Natural Life with Althea is outside watching the chickens being fed and viewing the beautiful flowering plants while waiting on guests to join. More sweatpants, said I, Althea. More. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. Oh, the internet does well by us today. Thumbs up the live as you come along. I know you are out there saying why Natural Life with Althea won't come live because I know. Oh, blessings, my king. Blessings, blessings. So I was waiting on guests to join, but you know me. I will just go ahead and go right into it. All right, Wes, big up my friend them. Big up my kids them. Big up all my supporters. Yeah, bless up. Waterfalls up. So I have here with me my health list. This is how I am living. So I will be sharing my health list with you today. How I eat, how I do it. My daughter, Miss Davis, would say, Althea, mommy, why won't you come live? I said to her. I sorry about the internet condition. Sometimes the internet comes when it chips out. So I rather to come live, thumbs up the live as we go along. And I'm going to have to project the camera somewhere because I do not want to project it on my rough face here. All right, let it stay there. All right. So we are doing much better now. All right. And all this tech is supposed to make our lives much easier. All right, let me turn the camera this way and get some light from the ring. All right, so yes. This is supposed to make our life easier. It makes my life easier. So I'm going to be sharing with you. Thumbs up the live. You know, I was like outside and it wasn't picking up. So I came inside. So my ear no comb yet nor nothing. So let's get right into it. So this is my health list. This is how I do it. And this is how I think it's the best way. Thumbs up the live. So, how to consume foods. As I was saying, my mother was a diabetic, and I watched her, and she lived to a whopping 83. The 29th of June, next month, would be her 84th birthday. Big up all the people that were born June. Yeah. Yeah, I'm back. All right. So, how to consume foods. How I consume foods. Thumbs up the live. If I'm drinking tea, I make sure that I leave my tea to cool for 2 minutes or 3 minutes after it comes off the fire. So I do not drink my tea hot, I drink it warm. After the tea comes off the fire, it stays for 3 minutes and I consume. Okay? For me, I think it's best for me to consume 3 teaspoon of tea. Three, no more than that. And if it's warm water, it's 3 teaspoon of warm water. If I'm drinking chocolate tea, I use 1 teaspoon of the powder to half cup of water. Go ahead and drink it warm. Drink chocolate tea every morning. Yes, I may consume chocolate tea every morning, and I think it's safe to do so without milk. Add milk to your choice, but I stop adding milk to my chocolate. And it's best to drink the chocolate once per day. Once per day. If my sugar level is okay, I eat ripe banana. But if I believe that it's too high, I do not eat ripe banana. Right, but banana is good for potassium. It's okay to eat 2 ripe bananas for me each day, and it may be okay for you as well if your sugar level is good. 2 ripe bananas. It's also okay to eat one ripe plantain for the day. That's how I do it if I feel like. Eat the plantain any way you feel like eating it. Roast it, fry it, boil it. All food should boil for 15 minutes. That's the amount of time I boil my food for. I do not drink green juice. I do not believe in green juice. Yes, it's okay. I drink fruit juice, but what I do, I blend my fruits and just drink it like that. No sugar added. Half pound of fruits to 2 cups of water, and that can be drink. Yeah, with I drink that twice. One, all right. 3 cups of water for the day. No sugar to the fruit juice. Tropical is there. Good morning, good morning. Tropical, I'm here telling you how I eat and how I drink. I exercise 20 minutes every morning after I wake up. I do my exercise in different position. After the 20 minutes, I wait until 10 minutes, I drink water, and then I wait until 20 minutes, I eat food. If you are diabetic, get natural soap. Yes. If you are diabetic, and even if you are not diabetic, it's best for you to find a herbal doctor who can make the natural soap for you. The soap that doesn't uses the lye or those things that are ordered from the from Amazon and all that. So you can consult a herbal doctor where you can use the guaco bush to make the soap for you, especially if you are diabetic. Because if you are diabetic, you may get a cut. Homemade, get the natural soap made. Weigh your fruits. 1 pound of fruits, 3 days per week. The best fruit for me is the papaya. Nobody meal don't have to be special if you follow this trend. Half pound of meat if you have to eat meat 3 times per week. Eat vegetables every day. I mean, say that. No eggs to eating. The best meat to eat. Some guides here. Big up tropical. The best meat to eat, even though I do not eat meat, is the goat meat. Swap with someone Swap with somebody who have a goat. If you think you raise your own goat and you do not want to consume it, you can ask somebody to swap with you. Freeze it and cook it 3 times per week, half pound per day. The best tea bush to drink is the mint. Yes, I drink the mint tea a lot. 3 teaspoon every morning if you wish. This is this is a part of how I am living. I'm still here. Me no gone away. Who that? Marlon is here. All right, so carbohydrates. I make sure I have carbohydrates in my food every day. So the amount of carbohydrates that we should really take in for one day is like a pound and a half. That's how I do it. I'm weighing my foods. Half pound, quarter pound of beans. You can consume quarter pound of beans every day. Our bodies need protein, and protein do not replace itself. So we have to consume protein every day, but we have to consume protein in the right proportion. Yesterday I was in a taxi and I was asking my fisherman friend if he have fish. He said the doctor took him off fish because the doctor said too much protein is in his body. So because he's a fisherman, he keeps eating fish, fish, fish. That's not how it goes. So I put like half teaspoon of salt in my food almost every day. Half teaspoon, no more than that. Yes, it's almost okay to use salt every day for me, but not too much. 2 ounces of sugar every day. We have to measure our foods. Tropical say, a joke me I make about crocodile. What you say about crocodile? Double tap. Yeah, double tap, man. Amor say, hi, sugar. Okay. So we have to bathe at least once or twice per day. Brush teeth 3 times daily for best results. Yeah, I used to have toothaches, but now I'm not having too much toothaches because I'm following this trend. So if you have to go to work, carry your toothbrush. When you brush your teeth in the morning, after you eat your lunch, you can brush your teeth again. And before you go to your bed, you brush your teeth. So on a 2 time teeth brush, at three times. All right. Oh, I consume my herbs. If I'm going to consume sea mush, I use like a spoonful of sea mush and I use thyme to consume my herbs. So this is the time. So my herbs are sarsaparilla, rice bitters, and sea mush. So I consume the sea mush 11:30 before lunch. I consume the rice bitters in the morning, and I consume the sarsaparilla. Okay, the sarsaparilla 3 p.m. in the evening. So I choose the time. Some people say them drink rice bitters when them a go them bed. Me not run no risk with herbs when me a go my bed. Herbs are powerful things to consume. Them will knock you out if you do not consume them in the right proportion. So sea mush is like a spoonful. You boil it, strain it, and drink it. That's how I do it. And I will do my sea mush like 3 p.m. in the evening. I will do my rice bitters in the morning when I'm having breakfast. Sometimes, not every time. So all these herbs are not consumed constantly. So my herbs is the sea moss, the sarsaparilla, and the rice bitters. Butter is not a must. Since rats love to eat it, you can get cornmeal. And a man told me about this method to help to control the rats. So the butter is in your kitchen. If you live in an area where you have a lot of rats, you can use the butter as bait. So since rats love to eat it, you can get cornmeal and we have something called the scratch cocoa, but you can use a rat bait in it that you can find at the market or at the farm store. But naturally, there was a farmer man who told me that you can put scratch cocoa in it. But scratch cocoa are found like in farmlands and you would have to put on a gloves in order to mix that up. So you can put that in the rat holes. Get rid of the butter. Or if you have to use the butter, use it in moderation, just a little pinch. Go ahead and use the oil of your choice, but use it in moderation. That's how I do it. Because I can't bother to listen to all these oil story to say the pear oil. When me I go get pear oil now. So use the oil of your choice. Michael is there saying hi, but use it in moderation. 2 spoons of oil, okay for the entire day. 2 spoon of oil, okay. And you can consume the oil almost every day in your diet, but moderation. Cook your vegetables using your own oil or your own meat. So you eat vegetables every day. I said to the public before that the goat meat is the best meat. It's best to consume. Yeah. So that's my little 2 cents on how we eat. And if you eat in this way, whether you are diabetic or not, I think you will be okay. And if you're overweight and you practice this trend, you can also lose weight naturally. So you have to practice not eating using too much sugar in your diet. Althea, when is the next planting day for above and underground? I think the book is somewhere here, but maybe not somewhere near, but I will get it to you. So, this little guide that I am following, and as I go along, I see where it's the Isaac family. Yes, Terence, white chocolate, greetings. This little guide that I'm following as I go along, I see where it is doing miracles for me. So, Isaac, thanks for coming in. So I was just telling you a little about some health tips that I'm following. I'm now measuring my foods. I'm planting like crazy. I've never seen a cow. I've never seen a goat in an hospital. And these are the foods that I see the goats jumping the fence or boring the beans, gungo peas. These are the foods that they want to eat. Talk truth, Marlon. You can sell me next time you get live. No, I'm going to tell you. I have the book that tells you the above time. Oh, anyway, since you asked, let me see. Where did I put that book? Let me go find it. Hold on. Do not touch that dial. Where did I put that book go? I know it was somewhere. Oh, oh, unfortunately, I just can't find that book now. But I'm going to find. Hold on. Do not move. Do not. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I found it. Here it is. So I can tell you everything. Mark up in here, you know. So let me let me see because one of my supporters asked me a question. Let's see how to find that. Give me a little time. Above the ground dates. Above, you said, Marlon? Look under your pillow. That's where you get the. You asked about above, the date for above. January, February, March, April, May, June. We are in May. So above grounds date. May 29th. That's today and tomorrow. So you can plant today and tomorrow. June 15th, somebody was telling me that I should not plant until June 15th. Yeah, anything until June 15th. I'm going to try to get some planting suckers for this date. So screenshot it, Marlon. There you have it. And in the month of July, there you have it. So you see, I am going to buy book today so I can track planting. Yeah, this is the 2026. I think I bought this book for about $700, 700 Jamaican dollars. So take a good look so you can go ahead and plant your own food in order to stay healthy. So what I'm doing lately, it's not easy, because with the fruits, it's mango time, and you want to eat loads of mango, don't Isaac? Yeah, okay, got it. You want to eat loads of mangoes because mango sweet. But two mangoes are okay for you to consume for the day. You can consume a mango in the morning, or you can consume a mango in the evening, or you can just go ahead and consume your two mangoes same time. So the way in which I'm eating now, I'm not feeling weak, I'm not feeling drowsy, and I'm not feeling lazy. The energy is up. As a diabetic person, my mom used to cook very late, like 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the evening. And when I asked her, Mama, why you cook so late? She said if she cook earlier and eat earlier, like 2, 3 o'clock in the evenings, in the night she feel weak, she feel kind of weak. So when she eat like 5:30 to 6 o'clock, and she make sure she have the right amount of starch in her diet, Isaac said, two mango is not enough for me. It's not enough. Like that's how we were raised. We were raised like in our neighborhoods, in our communities, to just go a mango bush, eat all 2 key in a bush, eat all 1 key in a bush, eat 10 mangoes. But this is the reason why most of our friends and families come down sick. So we have to follow the trend and look at the peoples around us, look at the peoples around us, and look what type of sickness they come down with, and look at how they used to consume foods or how they now consume foods. So, George, somebody said to me on the live stream, Althea, oh, you can call George so much. Big up George. The reason why I call George as a neighbor so much is because he is the one that is always helpful to me. So if I'm going to make natural coconut oil, he will come and peel out the coconut and he will come and help me. But George gets sick. George gets sick. For days I wasn't seeing George. And when I saw him, he was heading to the hospital. And he said, Alti, I'm so weak. And he said when he went to the hospital, he wouldn't mind me talking, because if him come, him would have tell you, the same thing what happened to him. He said the doctor put me on 3 bags of drip to help to reduce the sugar from my body. So them just find out that I am diabetic. He lost a lot of weight. Classic is there. Isaac, big up. But Marlon say, kiss me teeth, but 2 mango per day, I need at least 1 dozen. Yes, George live in the jungle where there are a lot of mangoes. He drink a lot of rum. Sometimes he used to drink a lot of rum. And rum is made from sugar cane. So George, if he stop drink rum now, him have to stop him like mix syrup. Him have to stop. I would never go out and buy syrup put in my kitchen. No, no, no. Glenn is there. Yes. So when I see all these things happening, there is another big man in my neighborhood. I'm not going to call his name. He said the doctor said him have sugar too, him have diabetes. I said, tell me something. Why you think you have diabetes? Him say, "I'll tell every evening when I'm having my dinner, I mix a cup of syrup. Syrup, that's CM syrup. When you syrup or syrup. So we have to understand, so we have to look around us and look and see what is happening around us. So what we see, we see. So I have seen, I just lost another friend that used to load the bus in Port Antonio. Each time I'm there, I couldn't believe he's gone. He used to put me in the taxi, take care of me, and somebody told me that he died, and them say sugar and another sickness him have as well. So the sugar, the diabetes will stay dormant in your body if you're not checking up on your health, and you will not know. So we have to be careful. So if you're gonna use sugar, my viewers, let me run how I'm living now. When they test my blood sugar, them say it's okay. And the reason why I think my blood sugar is normally okay when tested is because I am trying. Sometimes me cross the line and eat all 4 mango. But if I do eat that amount of mango for the day, I won't be consuming nothing else sweet. See, I have some lovely pineapples in the kitchen there. Yeah, some lovely pineapples, my viewers. Let me see if me can show you. Let me see if me can show you. The kitchen not so clean. Let me see. I have some lovely pineapples in the kitchen. Anybody would want to eat one of these pineapples, but I've been eating mangoes. Mangoes, my viewers. So I cannot eat, and I need help to share the foods right now. So many foods inside here. I need some help. So anybody want some dasheen? Yeah, anybody wants some dasheen can come. This is how I'm living. This is how I eat. So I already ate about 3 mangoes from morning, so I won't be consuming nothing sweet, nothing sweet again for the rest of the day. All right. So I'm going to be sharing the pineapple tomorrow though, because my daughter said, Driana said she want pineapple. I gave away one. I cannot give everybody one because it's only 3 leaves. So what I'm going to be doing is like cut it up and sharing it up. Right? Oh, Damien Sema come. Oh, guys, guess what? Good news for all the content creators who follow Natural Lives channel. Sometimes the reason why I do not replay your live or watch your taller videos is because it's one phone that's working well inside the house here, and it's the iPhone that I know of in my hand. But my cousin say he was he's coming tomorrow with my laptop. Him say him just a go sightsee the beautiful island in the Caribbean Sea here, coming from Kingston. That's loads of miles. And he already planned to open the computer for me. He said he wanted to speed it up a little so I can be able to watch your lives much longer and view your channels much longer. So I can just play your videos and be inside cleaning and listening to your videos like radio playing. Because I want to hear. I want to hear. Right, Marlon Classic is there, Glenn is there. Looks delicious. Yes. So let me run because some people just coming in on the live. Let me run it back again. Let me quickly run it. So if I make my tea, most of the morning I make chocolate tea. Yes, chocolate tea, but I used to add milk to my chocolate, but because it's the mango season is festive and for the entire day it feels like something sweet is in my mouth because each morning wake up, I eat a mango. So I'm not going to be adding milk or sugar to my chocolate, so I make my chocolate tea. Yes, and I drink my chocolate tea every morning, my viewers, every morning. So if I find out that I'm running out of chocolate, I'm going to be hunting the bush before the rats does to get those chocolate because chocolate is good for the heart. And I have tried herbal teas that makes me feel really, really dizzy throughout the day, especially Cersei. Yes, it's true. And when I drink the chocolate tea every morning, I feel robust. I feel so good in my body. My heart doesn't race. So I found out that the chocolate, it's in the reading to say the chocolate is good for the heart. Our foreparents, our ancestors, have already done it for us. They showed us what they used as foods. The chocolate was their main source of even finance. You know, I read something that if you believe Starbucks sold the most in the history of life, check chocolate. So chocolate was always a hot seller and the farmers do not regard it. But I will get up out of my sleeping bed, and if it's me alone to go and hunt a field to get the chocolate, that's what I'm about. Mister is there. Yeah, love you back. That's what I am about. And the good book says if you are going to walk far, you must not walk alone. But because of chocolate, sometimes even where my farmland is, me alone go. Me alone and God go. Yeah, I go with God. So I wasn't walking alone. And I go and use sticks if I do not get anybody to help me to pick them because nobody else is not interested. Everybody else interested in the wrong ways of life. But I can only save myself. I can come out here and I can talk, 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 talk. Who want to listen? Listen. Go read it up yourself. The chocolate is good for the heart. It was even said that the king in those days drank loads of cups of chocolate because like he used it as something, we cannot talk everything on the live, like the men's strength to to go into the woman at night. So in that case, the chocolate would be used for the king as the V word. And the men out there, I cannot understand the men. The other day one man said to me, say, I'll tell you can't cuss man so. Yes, I'm cursing out the men because I see for myself that men are very lazy creatures. And I'm not going to take back my talk. Not all men. Not all men. And when I found out that the men's were so lazy, when I use my eyes and take it through my neighborhood, I got sick. And this is the reason why I planned so much. And I scrambled to the gate because years ago, um, I was always having an headache. So when I wake up, I would try to clean the house up and just lie on the veranda. And I cannot do much because my head was hurting me so much. And this is the reason why when you see me out on the road and happy and shouting, just leave me alone because I lost so much. I have lost so much in my years. Pain in my head. I have to take control of my own self. And I scrambled to the gate, almost on my belly, and when I saw some men, I'm not going to call any name, and I said, I want to make some soup. Can I get if I even two little cocoa and a little piece of pumpkin? Hear what the man then say? That no day. That no day. And if you call to them now, they are still telling you that no day. So there is no pumpkin, there is no okra, there is no pop chow, there is no kalaloo, there is no nothing, and it is happening even now. There is no nothing that you can say there is a man in this neighborhood that man does pumpkin. There is a man in this neighborhood that man does kalaloo. There is a man in this neighborhood that the man them no do nothing. Nothing, nothing, Isaac. Nothing, nothing, nothing. I am peeved the way the men operate. Go. If you do not have okra trees around you, go type in okra and see what the okras look like. The okra shape like a man's organ. So you have male and female, and the man then do even look pan that and say, say, that food that we God give me, a this a for me as man, a man food this. So if you are in an even, most of them go a one man yard now in the neighborhood. Them don't have any okra. And I think that's the main food for the men. Which man is going to on the field to look chocolate? Not even for you as their wife. Them no business with you. Them not thinking. Them not have no brain. So now they have to be running up and down with their wives to take them to the hospital because the wife health is bad and for them health bad too. Their health is bad and them wife health is bad. And I'm not sitting here saying that my health is better than everybody else, but I am in control. And somebody say, Althea, me like your style. Save yourself because you're there talk, 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 and then not listening. And if me love my mother one more time, God is going to take back some of that love from me. Because me just cannot love my mother no more than me love my mother. Me love my mother to moon and back. And I was talking to somebody last night and I said, I will never stop talking about my mother. I think she was the best female that touched earth. She was like different. She was easy to satisfy. She believed in the fruits. Enough people don't know like when me know. Sometimes I'm in the jungle looking fruits. When me hear the bush, them a mash back at me and look back at me and mama that. Or sometimes when me go in the jungle go look fruits and mama that me see a collect the guava and me see mama collect the apples. Me no see nobody else in the jungle. I have never seen a woman from my neighborhood in the jungle. And in the jungle, I can do videos in the jungle. Apples waste, fruits. I have never gone into the jungle and see a woman. I went into the jungle the other day, and the jungle feels so nice. Me alone in the jungle. Me alone, because we used to go in the jungle from we were kids, and I sat down in the jungle, and the video is there. But I didn't made an alarm what happened in the jungle. And when I sat in the jungle, The earth was shaking under my bottom. It was like somebody was saying, "Don't sit there, Althea. There's a tomb there." Because there are a lot of tombs in the jungle. But I wasn't afraid. I just moved from that spot. Because I just have to be in the jungle. I just have to be in the jungle. And nobody else. Nobody else is in the jungle. Sometimes I can't even find George in the jungle. And that's where George lives. George in the jungle. I cannot find George. So sometimes I just go all by myself to collect the fruits. Apples are wasting at the jungle right now. Yesterday there's a film. Burr said, big him up, the young man that was saying that he couldn't read and he went back to school. He was coming from out the jungle. He must have to come all the way from Port Antonio, 22 miles to come to rescue some of the apples because the people here not going into the jungle where nobody not going to stop them if they go into the jungle for the fruits. They just waste. The fruits are in the jungle wasting and nobody not listening. So I go collect some of the apples, collect some of the mangoes, collect some of the sour orange, and I help myself. Because the truth of a fact, you cannot force people to save themselves. You just have to leave people and let people do what they want to do. Some may listen. So I'm going to run back my health list to the chat again because I'm going to get ready to go to a funeral down. If you had seen the film where we that the films that I did lately, that was an area where I used to live as well. So somebody died and somebody's going to be buried today there. And that lady that died live lived just like my mom lived. She was born the 14th of June, 1942, and my mother was born on the 29th of June, 1942. So she was like 2 weeks or so older than my mom. May their souls rest in peace. So I am following most of my mom's trend. Not that I'm saying that I am diabetic, but the people who are not diabetic I think should follow this trend. And I'm going to be running back the trend by you again. So in the evening, I may eat few seeds of bananas, dasheen, cocoa, and pumpkin. I make sure to weigh my food. So a pound and a half of starchy food is okay. Boil it for 15 minutes. I can with eat my foods with vegetables. For the proteins, it's best if you use three different types of vegetables. So you can use the cabbage, the normal cabbage the normal vegetables that you can find around your surroundings. So the normal vegetables that we can find is cabbage, callaloo, and pop chow. So if you want the full amount of protein, you have to mix those three vegetables together, or you can just have half pound of any meat of your choice if you're a meat eater. But it's not 1 pound of meat and two parties ringing the phone. One SP is there. Phone, I'm live. Sorry about that. Thumbs up. Yeah. So that is my thing, my viewers. And as I'm saying, one SP, thumbs up from you. Thanks for coming. Classic is there. Desire Fowler says I. Desire Fowler said I. And I'm going to be continuing running the list. And we must never say never because we have to open our eyes to see what's happening to our friends and our families around us. Then, when we realize what they have done wrong prior to their health, we can run for our lives. Because the men said they used to drink a lot of rum and they used to drink syrup, sweet things in the evening and in the daytime. Now they have to be running. Sometimes when they start to run, it's too late. I speak on a story when I went to visit somebody in the hospital, and I saw there in the hospital a lot of men were lying on the hospital bed with amputated foot. And when I asked the doctor, why are these men here lying with one foot? You know, it was like a bed of 12 men, no women, foot never cut off. The doctor said it's diabetics. They consume too much starch and too much sugar. So we here, maybe we still have time to save ourselves by weighing our foods. If we have to use rice, use little rice, little bitter rice. This big plate of rice now go work. The older we get, is the more our bodies open up to illnesses. So you don't drink. All right. Big up yourself, 1SP. 1SP same don't drink. Thumbs up to that. Well, some men here in Jamaica will drink a little Guinness or a little Dragon, and I don't think that is too harmful. It's the proportion in which you do it. Some man will not drink the rum and the other alcohol, but they will drink a little Guinness and a little alcohol, which are made from the herbs, because those alcohols are made from roots found here in Jamaica. So if I am here and I'm feeling hungry, I may eat a fruit, and I make sure that I cook my food in the evenings. I will eat a little fish. I do not consume meat, and it is not harmful for my body. Somebody say, Althea, your body are go broke down. You are go maga down, boy, you not eat meat. My fat and look good same way. Good morning. KD Vlogs is there. Somebody can look up KD Vlogs, see what KD Vlogs is up to. So I am on the road. When I stopped eating meat, I didn't know that I could have done it. Yeah, I got my green light. I graduate from meat eating school. Well, I still eat meat. The meat that I eat is a little fish, but no other meat. No other meat, my viewers. No pork, no beef, no oxtail, no nothing. Nothing. No chicken, none of those. So I collect my beans, the gungo peas. I think it's the best peas. If you can plant the gungo peas, eat quarter pound of that peas every day, and nothing won't do you. You will be still fine. So you can go ahead and just boil the gungo peas and just eat it just so. You do not have to be making soup or rice and peas in order to consume your gungo peas and bean. Protein should be a part of your diet every single day. Protein cannot replace itself. So if you do not put in protein every day, your your cells will be fighting too hard in order to make the protein for you. And that's not good. So you have to help the cells. I read something that says our bodies contain 37.2 trillion cells to be exact. And the homing cell is the one that works with our lungs. And that cell does better than any other cell, the ones that work with the lungs. And the reason for that is because the lungs is much easier to take care of by cells other than any other parts of our bodies. So because most of us do not smoke, our lungs are perfect because the cell help to own the lungs to secure our lungs. So give it up to those people who said they stopped smoking in time so that the cells can be much happier. So we have the protein cells, and if we do not consume the right amount of proteins for those cells to work concurrently, if we consume too much protein, the cells will be in trouble too. So I still have to do some more research on the cells to see I somebody told me who I could talk to learn some more on the cells. I'm going to be talking to that person as well. All right, classics. Thank you. Who we have there? Sharon is saying in moderation. Yes, good morning. KD in vlogs in moderation. So if we if we take some time, thanks for the thumbs up. If we take some time out to help ourselves, I used to love to go to parties. Every dance me ear a keep. I want to go, but then I realize that when I go to those parties, I am tired. In the mornings, I am tired. So I just say, you know what? I'm not going to. Even if I go to the parties, I will try my best to go early, support, and come back home to take my rest. And in the morning, I'm not tired, so I'm helping myself. I stay away from the loads of party. As I say this about party, my cousin Rochelle will be keeping a games night out at the gate tonight. They are out there preparing. If I can capture some clips, I will show you what transpires. So she will be doing bingos, poking, and she will be jerking chicken. So out there will be festive. And then no, a cousin of mine died, and there will be a candlelight in the neighborhood tonight. And there will be the funeral going on down the road here today. So the whole neighborhood is busy. So I'm inviting people out to enjoy the game with Rochelle. Some people will go to the candlelight, and people will just move around. So we're going to the candlelight. The Bud Files is there. Classic is there. So say all that to say this is not easy. I am looking at myself being very, very huge and following this trend now and losing weight. Guys, I used to have wings around my belly. When I put my clothes on, I can see my belly hanging out. Miss Davis is there. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Miss Davis. And for all who do not know who Miss Davis is, here is Miss Davis. Welcome to the stream, Miss Davis. This all comes Minasi Shalom. This is Miss Davis. Take a good look at her. Yes. This is Miss Davis coming up. Yes. So the last place she studied. So she studied at the basic school, Big Up Buff Bay Primary. And then she studied at the Holy Childhood. It's all there. And then she studied at the Charlotte Teachers College. Miss Davis, I drink water with lemon daily for belly fat. You have belly fat? So that's my daughter there, Miss Davis. Okay. Let So Miss Davis, she got my brain. Lol, yes. Miss Davis, so this was how she started in primary school, and she got the highest grade when she passed her GSAT. So, certificate of merit present to Colleen Davis, outstanding performance in GSAT, mathematics, outstanding performance in science, outstanding performance in social study, language, arts, communication tasks, and all of them. So, if I do not understand something that the chat cannot explain to me well, I can just call on Miss Davis. I can just call on Miss Davis for her to come forth and help me out. So even with my channel, Miss Davis could have helped me out to research, but she's a school teacher and she's also a mother with my one granddaughter, Deja Madison. So I do not pressure her too much. Yeah. So this is Deja Madison. Oh, why she a guan so? Beautiful. Yes, so thanks for coming, Miss Davis. That's Deja Madison. So the inspiration is here, my viewers. The information is here, up and running. Take it or leave it. It's your choice. I'm just begging my viewers
Some people love sweets, and I understand because I used to love sweets too. I used to love chocolate, but because Miss Davis, yeah, man, beautiful. I used to love chocolate very much so, but because I see people around me suffering with diabetes, and I saw my mother journey, it wasn't so struggling with her, but she drink her herbs, and she go to her health center, and she tried very much to wear a very thick slippers, and sometimes she's wearing socks so that she does not get a scrape. So you, Ronnie is there. Hi, beautiful. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. YouTube to the world and back. Miss Davis, big up yourself. Big up my son. Big up my other daughter. Big up Miss Dermarcus Miss. Every time. Miss say, Althea, you're not shouting me out loud enough. Big up Dermarcus Miss over there in Georgia. Me nice, So one day I will just run out to the street, in the street, and say, big up, miss! All the way! Big up waterfalls every time. Big up everybody pan the live. Guys, Miss Davis said, I'll tell him you got a shout out. Yeah, man. The last time he tell me seminar, shout him out loud enough, and he's over there in the United States of America playing my videos. Thanks for playing my videos, Mace. He visited Jamaica one time, and I watched how he operate. He drove us around, very good driver. I even made some films with him, but because I have so much films on this channel, sometimes I want to go back to look at some of them. I don't even know how to start. 30. Classic, I did with love. Miss Davis, we have Classic there. Very good supporter. And Miss Davis watch you guys film sometime. Miss Davis find time. Because sometimes Miss Davis will call me up and say, Mommy, Gay Blake is live. So Miss Davis is a very good supporter of the YT, and she is one of the reasons why I came out live this morning, because I know she would call me up and say, Mommy, why you not go live? But I'm saying to you, Miss Davis and others, I cannot go live. I do not feel a live spirit if I'm not going to come out here to help somebody with something sensible. Big up Classic. Classic is there showing us how to braid our hair. And, a lot of young people, if they watch Classic hairstyle and vlog, and they learn, if they apply to work on the cruise ship, they could get areas where they can do people ear and they can make money. Any man or any woman that practice to be a hairdresser, those people can work more money than anybody else. An hairdresser, oh my word. Once you can braid ear, you just sit down pan it, man. The song we say, sit down panny, sit down panny, sit down panny, sit down panny. Yeah, man. Classic, I need to learn how to do my daughter's ear. Yes, Miss Davis. You can tune into Classic hairstyle and vlog. You just subscribe to Classic. Classic, dear, you got a subscription. Right there, so. Right there, so the thing there. So, not saying that I'm bashing anybody's channel. Um, you know, YouTube must have known that sometimes I'm here bored. And I'm so bored, and guess what I do? I go watch my own videos. I do. you know, Sometimes I'm so bored. Miss Davis blessings. Yes, Miss Davis. Yes, that's Miss Davis. Guys, sometimes I'm here and I'm feeling so bored, and I click on my own channel. And sometimes when I click on my own channel, the reason for me clicking on my own channel and watching my own videos, this is the reason. Let me tell you plain. If I make a video, I may not be able to go back in the gallery to see the video because my phone do not have space. So you may be saying that, oh, Althea posts so often. If I do not post them on YouTube, I will not be able to make another video because I'm seeing where it's saying that I need space. So I have to post it fast. I have to edit and post it quickly. And that is the reason why I post so much video. So I may want to go back to my gallery to review one of the videos that I did on the road. And because I had to delete it, but before I delete it, I made it in a shorts, or I may make up a video and post it. I have to go back to the video to see it. Because I'm telling you the honest truth, and some people may feel offended by it. Sometimes I'm watching some content creators video and I'm only watching the videos for I don't know what. Sometimes some of the shots them long like River Nile and them not making no sense. No sense, no sense, no sense, no sense, no sense. No little drama not in there. Me cannot laugh and I'm saying like. So everybody do not have where to go to make gimmicks content, but teach me something then. White chocolate, teach me something in the shorts. If it's not going to be humorous, teach me about protein. Teach me about fiber. Say something, because I don't want to give up on you. Say something in the video, say something in the live, say something to the shorts. Get me hooked. You know, sometimes people run me down in the streets and say, Althea, oh, your shorts, them so nice. You know, I try to make the shorts as short, as spicy as possible, or if it's going to be long, it must have to be long with some form of sense. Spiral! Hi, everyone. I'm not going live today, Miss Davis. Jay Brown, Althea, happy blessed morning to you and to all the lovely, lovely ladies and gentlemen in the house. Enough love and respect. My manners here. Jay Brown Classic says, I, Jay Brown, I'm very happy you come today because I was on a live last night. I saw you there. Spiral is saying hi. I know that the person live that you was on wouldn't mind if I shout out something to you or say something to you, but it is in the YouTube guideline and rules. Spiral, big up your good, nice, clean self. Welcome to Natural Life's house. Spiral, happy Saturday. It's in the YouTube rule that you must not go to people's channel, to people's live stream to go promote yourself. So some of us really do it. I got into trouble once by doing it when I just started because I didn't follow the rules. Thanks to Miss Davis, who may have pulled up the rules and send them to me because black people like us do not like to read. So we just jump on YouTube. We don't know no rule. We just have do YouTube and I do YouTube. And that is the reason why some of us get monetized. But I learn as I go along. You understand, Miss Davis? Classic. Miss Isaac. So, Jay Brown, I wanted to tell you that I made a shorts because you are one of my extremely great supporters. No ego, Marlon, Spiral, Raban. We have some men in our corner, Red Rooms, and some others, Manic Robbins TV. Some of them, they are, what I want the name now, Travel Sam TV. We have some money in our corner. So Jay Brown, I made a shorts and I mentioned your name on the caption. So I think I said Jay Brown, come here. So when you have time, that was a shorts that the lady was there dancing. Even though it's my video, I must watch that 100 times already. Yes, we need to do our homework. In order to make videos, my videos that I make do not get a lot of view, but I know the live stream does well, the shorts does well, and my videos doesn't get a lot of view. because what I do not know. So I cannot go into everything because I'm not know it all. But I can tell you Miss Davis is an expert if I can find if she can find the time to give me some information on, health or, cities or places in the Caribbeans that you can go to visit. Spiral is there. Spiral is Spiral Jack? Is Spiral Black? Okay, I have to go find it. Yes. Yes, Jay Brown. So I was in Buff Bay yesterday and there was a fair going on. Like, I have another video to put out there too where I was there running to answer the question and I answered the question wrong. I just guessed it, as humor. That video is going to come out soon. Spiral White. The journey is here. Hey, oh, Sanchat, blessings in bushes. Like, big up yourself. Spiral, big up yourself. Shireen is here. I journey. I am always putting gratitude in my attitude. It was the journey of my life who gave Spiral to my channel. It was a journey of my life who gave Spiral to my channel. Spiral is not a content creator, which is a good thing. And from the day the journey, you don't know, you don't know. We are grateful here. We are grateful here. Journey is in the house, one and only. Hi, Journey, Spiral Black. Bless up, Shireen. So Shireen is in the house. Shireen posts, but she's not in the business of YouTube like me and Journey. We're doing our thing. Jay Brown is always supporting. I was just talking about some health issues because I see what happened to a lot of people prior to health issues. I do not know much about how the cancer part of the life go, but I can talk about the diabetes because my mother had diabetes for years and she was always close to me. She didn't want to come and live in my house. She live in her own little house. It was my dream for her to live here, but she come every day. So I was still happy. Journey says Spiral is a blessing. Joseph says Shireen, my girl, you good? So, I'm going to give you a little joke about me and my mama. I was talking about how I eat and the experience with me eating, and I was giving a little tips and how we can go about eating. So, because I touch a point of my mama, she was born on the 29th of June, 1942. And how I see her operate and all the people who born on June 29 that come around me or even June, I said June. I think June is the month. I was always saying November is the month. I was born on the 13th of November and I was always boasting about my month. I put it aside. June is the month. The way my mama operate. And last night I was talking to a cousin of mine. I didn't know his date of birth and he's a very nice person as well. And he said, next month will be my birthday. And I said, what date of June? And he said, the 29th. And I said, you are fully in. I love to listen to you talk about mama. Yes. So mama know. So the hurricane blew and it mashed up Jamaica. That was Melissa. And my little daughter here, it's me and her mostly here. Sometimes her dad comes, but he doesn't work. He works overseas. So sometimes he's here and sometimes he's not. So my daughter, I have three children. Colleen Olivia Davis May, she's on the chat, Miss Davis. She's 31 years old. My daughter Shalom Nicholas Davis is 27, and my daughter here, she will be having a golden birthday, Zane Nicolene Davis. So all my children are for the one person. She will be having her golden birthday on the 18th of July. So the hurricane blew and we weren't equipped with Delco. We didn't have no current. I had to be ironing with a old fashion iron. It's there. I did the video. I borrowed a generator from my cousin Sidonis tanks and it cost us a lot. So we couldn't be running it. The gas for it, $2,000 gas just charge up our phone and our light. So we didn't attach it to the house. We couldn't afford that. So we just use it to charge the devices and everybody come. and want their devices charged. So their dad came and he installed the solar right there so for us, giving thanks, giving thanks. But the part that I was saying about Mama, thank you, Spiral, said Shireen. When the hurricane blew and my daughter was so miserable inside the house here, she have a visa so she could go to America to spend some time with her sister. So she was saying to me, Mommy, send me go a Colleen. Send me go to Colleen. Me not staying here. This darkness and this mosquito bite. But I was afraid to ask Colleen because, they had their responsibilities as well for her to buy the ticket and all that. And, ticket expensive that time of year. Anyway, Colleen said, it's Thanksgiving, Mommy. Let her come. So we line up the taxi. Luke is saying want $25,000 in a Jamaican for carry her go to the airport. And but I took the bus. I took taxi and carried her. But when she was coming back, she had to carry suitcase. So I had to find the 25,000 to pay Lukey. I think I did a film. Anyway, Mama now. Spiral is there. Hope TV is there saying blessings. All right. Mama part of the story now. Guys, I'm going to a funeral. I still have to wrap up. Mama part of the story now. So when I took my daughter to the Montego Bay International Airport and I came back, the entire house was in darkness. I lit my little lamp. I turned on my light. I wasn't going to run no Delco to make any noise in my ears because it go bo 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 and make a lot of noise in the house. So the light that I had charged up, it went down. So I had to be using the little lamp. And I slept in the house, this big huge house here, big huge, the same word I just used on the double. Sorry about that. This huge house. I slept in the house all by myself. That was the night that I came from the airport. So my daughter was off for Thanksgiving in America. I wished her a safe flight, and I was alone in this huge house here. So that was night one, and I said I slept really, really peaceful. And I was saying my daughter would spend at least a week in the United States of America. So I slept all by myself the night she went away, so I could do it the other night. And that was what I was planning to do, to stay home while my daughter was gone, all by myself in the darkness. The following night, I went into my bed and I wasn't sleeping. So I didn't call Mama to come and stay with me. And while I wasn't sleeping, the bed was shaking behind me. Guys, believe, me not tell Duppy story, But my daughter wasn't inside the house. I was lying in my bed. This was the first time I ever felt anything like that. It was like about some minutes to 12, and I wasn't going to run out of my house. But I know that there was a spirit that was telling me that, Althea, you should not stay in a huge house like this all by yourself. So this is the part where my mama comes in now. Because I know I wasn't hallucinating. I know my eyes were wide open and there was a spirit shaking my bed telling me that I should not sleep in here. So, because I know that for a fact that there was something that was guiding me, and it's inside of this house here, not to harm me, but to guide me, I didn't run out. Shireen said, whoa, I didn't run out. I waited. Who is opening my gate? Oh, somebody down there. Burro, me want to talk to you. Courtney did call me last night. He asked me if me could have get somebody to build the wall for him. Me can give me a number? Give Rochelle the number for you out of gate. Make sure write it down on something and me make him call you. You hear? Give Rochelle your phone number so that me can send it to give Courtney. He want somebody to do him wall. You hear? Sorry about that. So the next day when I woke up, my mom came into the yard and I said to her, Mama, I cannot sleep here all by myself. I didn't explain to her exactly what happened. So I would want you to stay with me until Zane come from abroad. She's only going to do a week there or so. Mama says she not sleep on nobody yard. She a sleep her own yard. She don't like sleep her people yard. That I mean, you know. Me say, Mama, me told nobody know. And she laughed. You know, I'm going to do some frames with my mom and put her up inside here. So, you know, I'm afraid to go outside because the internet doesn't pick up so good out there. Mama say she not sleep on nobody yard. So I waited until it was getting dark. But I know Mama, she would say she not do something and she still end up do it. You know? The first thing she would have said, she not have it. If say, Mama, lend me a 10 grand there. And the first thing she would have said, she not have it. When you look, you see the 10 grand a come. That's how my mama work. Her first answer would be no, you know, but it's yes. Her no, her no's always mean yes. That's how the older people are, said Shireen. So I waited until it was dark, getting dark, and I looked and I wasn't seeing my mama coming to keep my company in the house here. And I started heading out. And this is the reason why I always say families are treasures to my sister's house. So I took her bag and I packed some things in it. And when I reached the square, you know, I turned on my light, you know. And somebody said, how that the light that's so bright? Because my light was fully charged. Because you know, there wasn't any light in the neighborhood because it was still in the hurricane season, right? So the hurricane blew. And I went to my sister's house. And she was surprised because I didn't told her that I was coming. Because I know if she wasn't there, her son would be there and nobody now go out in the darkness. So no light, no day, no way. So she there yard. So she gave me her biggest bed to sleep on, and she was calling up her sons to say, your auntie is here, your auntie is here. And when I went into the bed and I covered up, the light came on that very same night. That's how the older people are. When I came back down in the morning, Mama was the first person I saw sitting in my yard. She said, where you go? Where you go? Why you never wait? Where you left your yard for? You don't know say me that go come. Me come up here, but me never come early to come sleep with you. Me say, Mama, you tell me say you not sleep on nobody yard. I'm not going to sleep in this house by myself because I got the warning to say I should not. So she told me that she came, but she came late. And from that night, she started to sleep with me until Zani, my daughter, came from abroad. And as soon as my daughter come in the house, she don't even try to peep in at the suitcase to see what come. She gone about her business. That was my mama. She wasn't striving of people things. She she was just normal. And even though we made it to make this nice house, she didn't see it as a threat. You understand? She knew that she was always welcomed here. Guys, Journey, sometimes, I click on your channel and I hear you cursing out some people and cursing out some family. Me leave that to you because you're powerful. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm going to keep this real. My children have my back, and I also have some good families that have my back, and I have some good friends that have my back. I have some good supporters here that have my back. But when my mom died, that was all I got. I have been getting wake up call. Don't be fooled, guys. I have been getting wake up calls long time ago, like long time ago in Bethlehem, like the Holy Bible say. Journey, you think you alone have story? I can write 10,000 times of your book. Some of your stories are more extreme than mine. When my mom died, my mother body don't even cold yet. You hear all type of things. You hear say me never love my mother. Nobody in the world cannot love them mother like how me love my mother. Me suck my mother breast up until I was over 6 years old. And if I do not remember nothing else as a child, those tender age coming up, I remember sucking on my mother breast. That's where I get my sense from. Margaret is saying hi from my mother breast. And I do not remember playing with no kids when I was young. I do not remember going to no. I remember like like 14, 15, 16, and those age of my life. I have vague memories. But when I was 6, going up into 7, 8, I remember still sucking my mother breast. When my mother do come to sleep with me, like sleep in my house, hug me, hug up mama. Yeah? My mother come and me cut her fingernail and cut her toenail and go through her ear. Me need a video those and show to nobody. I want to see the hands up of the person even on the live. That in a them big old age, me a almost 50. Next year me a 50. Me a 49 this year. 49. Me want see one hands up to say somebody on this live stream lie in a bed with them mother and push them tit their hand in a them mother breast and hug up them mother all night. My greatest wish was that my mother, if my mother is going to get sick and weak, she would mess in her pamper so that I get to clean it. I never get that chance because my mother slept away. And I hear all type of something. I hear say my mother dead left with left for much $1,000 and I me take it. And not give none of my sibling none. I know myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I will do, and I know what I will not do. So if the world and the people in this neighborhood want to say, my mother dead left for much money and I me take it, and my mother own. So what if she dead left money and me even take it? It didn't happen like how they said, but suppose she even dead left money and me take it. Jay Brown say, Althea, I saw the older people are. Everything is not first, but they are going to do it. Yeah, they would have said no first. Yeah, that's just how they are. Listen, you can put a list on the people that you can call to, and you get help from them, and it is true. But I can tell the world that my kids are have my back, and they will reach out for me. But nobody in the world had my back like my mama did. Nobody. And it may offend some. Nobody had my back like my mama did. When my mama come here and sweep my house, at the prettiest missy house. When my mother sweep round my yard, me can't do it like her. If I'm ear sick, my mother come and wash me clothes. She say, you want like a tea? And if I am broke, I could have run to my mother. And if I said I want 5,000, my mother would take out 10. 10. You understand? Even if me not no money, me broke. If I said I want 5,000, me I go run to know? My mother dead gone, So me have to stand up. Me have to stand up on my foot. Yeah, Miss Davis, Miss Davis will pull through. Because she sent me some money yesterday to pay me internet bill. Thanks, Miss Davis. But it's best to call on someone who is near than someone who is far away. Even the Bible said it. So my mother was the nearest and the closest person to me. And she dead gone. My mother was the nearest and the closest person to me. And it's best to call on someone who is near than someone who is far away. So you see, I have to double up myself. And I have to try to play the part that my mother was playing for me, for myself. No. I have 200 pineapple suckers the other day. I put money in a man hand to help plant them. And everybody saying, yes, them coming tomorrow. Up until now, not one man no come for help me plant the pineapple. I don't even know if those pineapples are being planted correctly, but I put them in the earth and I water them every morning because I didn't want them to stay on the ground and dry out. Journey, Yvonne is there saying hi. Fennel, thanks for coming. And this is the reason why there is a man that say, Althea, oh, you cuss man, so me cuss man every day because I see where the men could have been doing better and they are not doing better. And the next thing that you're gonna see me do, because I have to think on the double, just like I said, my mother was like here, the biggest part of me, and she gone. So I have to go play my mom's role and I have to play my own role. So I have to double up. I have to double up on myself. Journey, thanks for being there, man. And I was watching a content creator digging a planting hole this morning. I think it's why named Jamar. Something he's in St. Mary and he's doing farming to help himself. And I texted, I said, just to comment though, I want to be right beside you where you teach me how to dig that hole. Yes. I'm going to use it as a lesson. Somebody must be available. I want to know how to dig banana and plantain hole so that I do not have to call on the men that are not available. Like the daddy not available in the DNA. The men that are not available, not even to plant some okras for themselves. Yeah. So I want to have a lesson of digging hole to plant planting because here in Jamaica, don't be fooled. You can go around and you can plant anything else of your choice, but the best thing in which to plant is planting. And I'm going to tell you why that planting is the top, is the top plant to plant. When school is in session and the parents have to send their children to school, the most thing that they give their children to eat before they go to school in the morning is fried plantain and eggs. Fried plantain, fried plantain. Restaurants use the plantains as well for business to fry plantain. Plantain is the key. So if you have a piece of land here in Jamaica or you want to buy a piece of land, best thing you try to do if you have the money, fence it up and plant plantain. You won't have hands in which to sell plantains. One bunch of plantain, if it's big enough, can give you a whopping 5,000 Jamaican dollar. Some plantain will give you 2005, 3005, or so on, but you're not going to get less than that for your planting. So if you sell two bunches of planting, if the planting does well, if the animal farmers put up their goats and their cows, and you are able to keep your planting feel good and you can have your plantings coming in 9 months' time, yeah, you can sell your plantains and gain lots of money. I work all out here. Pablo Wagwan. You there? What you do today? You go lay black. How go help you, Buru? Wait, look round the corner there. Look round this one. Oh, we have party here tonight. You can dance. Yeah, them a go on with themselves out of gate there. Yeah, the girl out of shop. She a keep games night out there. Yeah, yes. Yeah, they must out there set up. They must play bingo and poking. Now big up yourself, Pablo. Yeah, go and do your thing. Yeah, man. Me can look on the pine field the other day, toughy. Down a spring garden there. Me like it. Me want you check on the pine them when me plant up there so. I saw them fist here. Alright, give thanks. Rochelle!
We're ready, we're ready. We are dance later. I win me I come win, guys. Which me luck later, cause me I go play two game out there, Guys, I wish I could go live later on. I will see about that. Miss Davis, are you still there? You could send me some credit when we could have go live later out there. Because I cannot go live if I do not have data outside here. I would have to have some data. Anyway, let me get ready. So, Pat's Kitchen. No ego. I have planted trees, but the storm damaged them. Oh, Shireen. I have some papaya suckers here waiting on the rain. Waiting on the rain. Guys, you see the shards where the flowers dance on me? Yeah. Waiting on the rain to come. But I'm getting there as we go along. And as I said, there will be a candlelight further up the road. One of my cousin passed. May his soul rest in peace. So there will be a candlelight up the road later on. There will be a party at the gate tonight where it's a joint process like a partner. So the people join the games where them play bingo and porkina, and there will be a funeral down the road there. So down the road there in a few hours from now. So the whole place is festive today. And natural life is on board. But you know what? What I plan to do is play a few games. So if I win, I will use the money to buy some more planting suckers. A Pat! Pat is there. Condolence on. Thank you so much, man. So, guys, my advice to you, I know some parents are not kind to children, but your part that you should play is to love them unconditionally. Those parents that are not kind to you, some favors other children more than some. I don't know how them do it. Yesterday I will not call the name. Guys, stay tuned because I have so much story to tell. I was talking about health, but you can watch the replay if YouTube give me the flame. Yesterday, are we back? Sorry about that. We have some pineapple. Althea already connected to you. Yes, Pat's Kitchen. I was outside, and while being outside, the internet doesn't go so well. Pat's Kitchen. Are we still here? The internet is acting up because I go outside. Sorry about that. Pat, welcome. All right, so we are still here. So remember, I'm not going to be calling no name. Fennel, Yvonne Fennel is here. Pat's Kitchen. All right, Jay Brown, we have Pat's Kitchen there, but how we do it, Pat? Sometimes we make a comment to make sure that we because it's a lot of us and we have to go see Isaac and we have to go see Journey and we have to play some of our viewers taller videos like replay some of their lives and we have a lot of work to do because it's a job. So yesterday a young person, I will not say if it's a man or a woman, was telling me about I asked him the question. Pat say AJ Brown, yeah, may I wait till the channel circle back? Jerry Brown said, where will we go, Althea? So I asked the question to the person. I said, if you give your brother or your sister or anybody in your family, but let's say your brother, J Brown and others, $5,000 to do something for you, like do work around your yard or work on your farm, and your brother did not do the work. You go ahead again and you give your friend the $5,000 to do the work, and your friend do not do the work. Which one you feel hurted about the most?
Pat's Kitchen, J Brown and others. I didn't wait on the question to be answered. I answered the question that I asked myself. I said I will feel bad about giving the stranger the 5,000 to do my work, and the stranger didn't do my work. It will not be 100% okay for me to know that I gave my brother the $5,000 to do the work and he didn't do it, but I feel much better to know that that's my brother, and maybe he was hungry and just use it to buy something to eat. Maybe he use it and take himself out of trouble. Maybe he owed somebody. Joyce is there. Jay Brown said, my brother Earth. Jay Brown, everybody, everybody will have their own opinion on this one, but I would rather giving my brother $5,000 to do something for me and him eat it off than having a stranger do it for me and he go about his money. I may not be able to see about that stranger, but at some point in time, maybe I will be able to see my brother coming back to do something for me. You know? So my family, yes, Jay Brown. I'm not saying that. All right, all right. So Jay Brown, put it this way now: you have three sons, or you have two sons, or you have one son, and that son rob you of all the money that you made in life. But when you notice what your son did with the money, your son used your money to make a house. An house is an investment. So yeah, your son thief your money and gonna make house with it. But at the end of the day, just we not say your son anything for happen to your son. But stick a pin now. If anything should happen to your son, maybe your son and a wife, maybe not a pitney. In turn, who that house belongs to? I feel your same one now, because of your son one. And at the same time, your money in the tech where make it. Sometimes the brother, Pat's Kitchen said the brother, my brother Earth. Sharon said my brother Earth. Joseph said yes, but you don't expect your brother to do you that. J Brown, we have to expect it. Because if we have followed the Bible, it tell you about Cain. Listen to me. In life, we have house enemy, don't it? Your husband may hurt you, your wife may hurt you, but that is a stepping stone. That is a stepping stone for you to go further. You have to just keep your mind for your body. So, if I am living in this house here with my husband or my spouse, and him hurt me inside the house, you think anybody outside the house can hurt me? If the person who in the house hurt you, and you feel the hurt in the house already, why you would lego yourself to make somebody outside hurt you and you know what can happen inside? J Brown and others, my first choice for anything would have to be my family. My first choice for anything would have to be let them fail me. Let them fail me. I'm speaking from experience. And this is the reason why I asked the question. Because I gave somebody money that is stranger to help me with the pineapple field. And that person did not come and plant the pineapple. And that person said to me when I was asking the person, how you take so long to help me to plant the pineapple and I already it was wrong for me to give the person the money. It is true. The person asked me why didn't I ask my brother to do the pineapple and that person still have my money. So when I quote the question here, I quote it from experience, J Brown, and anybody on this live, make my family hurt me. Because the way I feel hurt when that person asks me that question, I say if my brother they take me money and go near me off, or even go buy rum or cigarette, I would have feel better sitting down here. Journey's there, Pat is there, but on a serious note, some family members are not easy. I don't expect my brother to do that. When I throw the question, I throw it because this is a no experience. This is a no experience. I put my money in stranger and to help me to plant the pineapple. And when I saw that the person wasn't coming forward to plant the pineapple, the person disrespected me by asking me why didn't I ask my brother to do it. And that person is telling me that one day when him have it, he will give me back my money. Make me brother name off me money. Make me brother drink out the money in a rum. Make me brother take it dash away if he want dash away, but no more stranger to my thing. So this is the reason why I quote the question. Where, who would you rather to bring you down if you have to go down? Come on, my family. If you feel that you are so evil and wicked, bring me down. Because at the same time, in my mind, I'm going to say, if my family need me money, it's because then did hungry and you are already flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. So if I have money in my house and my daughter or my son or my granddaughter want to take it and do whatever want they want to, I'm not giving them the right to do so, you know. But if that's how it goes, it's best if they take it. It's best if them take it. The audacity. Right, Steve is there. Say, good afternoon, Althea. Steve, sorry, thanks for coming. So I am looking into the situation, and this is how I find myself here. This is how I find myself here. If I buy a lottery ticket and win, I'm going to, if I do not remember all of my family, I'm going to make my list. And I have to list my family first. And there are friends that I will, if that happen, I will not leave out my friends. Do not get me wrong. But there is a line. It is the question to answer still. All right, Jay Brown. I know. It's a very catchy, but you have to experience things to know where I am coming from. You understand? So my brother may have taken that money. So you have to consider things from every angle. Maybe him the owe some shop people and him go pay them and take himself up because I insist the money. I'm not breaking anybody bad, but family first. And it is a trend. It is a trend. And if you put it on paper, you will see where the trend ends. Because it's God first who made us, our mother and our father. And when we start having children, some parents would say, this is my first pitney, but me even up the pitney them. No care how where them come, your child is your child. So it's God, your mother and your father and your children. And anybody else come after. You understand? So they are the ones, just like them say, Pastor say, him christening pitney first. So I'm Jay Brown. Say I answer the question from experience. So we have all of experience, Jay Brown. All right. So your experience. So I understand. I'm not beating you down on your answer, but because of my experience, that's how I start to think. You understand? Let my children be the one who take what I have. Everything that I have is for them. So yesterday, let me not stray with it. I'm not going to call any name. There was somebody who was telling me, we were talking about families and how families may operate, and the person was saying that they have a sister and a brother that they are not into nothing with. Like that the person was saying that he cut them off. And the person was telling me about a premises. It's not the premises, but let's say a premises. Like so I don't want to lead back to the person who told me the story. That is what I'm trying, but I want to tell you the story. So the person said his father sold a piece of premises. That person is a child too of both parents, but the other siblings, they are the ones who come up front with knowing about how the money go for the premises. So the father sold 5 acres of land. Let's put it that way. Pat's kitchen is there. 5 acres of land, right? When that person said when when he or she, because I'm not going to say if it's a man or a woman, was growing up, they could have found money to help the family more than any one of the children. So they were like the breadwinner because that person was out and about, in farmlands, anything he could have done. So he carried the money home in order to help the other siblings to grow up. So he was like the king in the family or the queen. That person was like let's say the king in the family. So now the dad sold the 5 acres of land, and it's favoritism between the other children. So they know how the money is being dealt with. They got the money for the five. And 5 acres of land in Jamaica is a lot of money. And they gave him 10,000 Jamaican dollar. After them sell the land, they gave him 10,000 Jamaican dollar. And him saying, put where that 10,000, He make sure he not touch y'all, Because him say, if any of them pass, that's the only money he's going to put forward towards anything, because him know them spend off that money with them do for the 5 acre land. Jay Brown, what you would have say about a story like this? My oldest brother, none of us as sister and brother don't like him because him wicked and thief. Listen, somebody said to me, Althea, say you no business about nothing. You just make everything slide. You see, from him don't thief my heart. And him don't contact when me pot when me have to cook and me stove. Him can go on with anything. That's why I said I love my mother. I love my mother down to the earth, man. Because my mother never care about no vanity and nothing. If a land them want, make them go on with it. If a house them want, make them go on with it. My mother just live in her little space and she was so comfortable. So when somebody does something wrong, they know themselves. All we have to do is see J Brown and chat say, me glad I know me do that. Me glad I know me do that. I am happy that I did not go into anybody relationship and cause any problem in a man and a woman life. I am happy I wasn't caught on a camera thieving people, jelly coconut and all them things there. I am happy. I am happy. I never lie down yet and feel sad about anything that I have ever done in life. I am free. So anybody want to do, I'm just being honest, Althea. Not a problem, J Brown. Not a problem. But if I were you, I would, you know, hold on. Let me tell you another story. I met a lady a few weeks ago, and the lady said, I said to her, I know you. I didn't meet her a few weeks ago. I've seen her before, but now is the first time I'm going to speak to her close. I said, I know you. And she said, from where? And I told her where I have seen her. And I said to her, you are such and such a person's sister. And she said, yeah, I'm that person's sister, but you know the story behind the sisterhood? I said, no, I don't know people's story like that if people don't relate them story. And when she told me the story, she said, I am the only one that is sisterhood with that person. That is sisterhood. It's 12 of us. And I'm the only sister that speak with that sister. I don't know. I don't know, J Brown. But when people hurt my feelings, I distance myself and let them be. And as I say, if you have a mother or you have a father that doesn't treat you right, you have to love them still. It's very, very hard. It's not easy, but because you are different, because guess what? Their punishment is coming, and they will get punishment from God. So you have to do nothing. You would believe that you have to fight, you have to complain, you have to weave what? No, you don't have to do nothing. You know why you do not have to do nothing? Because you are innocent. Is them are the guilty one. You know, there was a man that I and him were very, 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 very close. And he had his wife. Him and his wife have at least three children together. And they stayed together. And he tell me a lot of story about him and his wife journey. And I can relate some to you. He went out and he got loads of other children other than his wife children. And when he was in his 80s and getting sick, he called me and him say, Althea, I have to talk to you because you listen. Him say, you see them pitney there when me get out of street? Other than my wife, three children, I shouldn't have gotten them. I shouldn't have cheated on my wife because by me going out and cheating on my wife, I didn't understand until now. Now that I'm up in age and I'm getting sick, I can tell you the truth about what is happening to me. You see, if I get 20 children out a door per my wife, I count every pain at nights. It's 20. So it goes like this. The pain comes one, and it took me. The pain comes two, and it took me. And the pain count to all them children there that I get outside. And I know that God is punishing me for what I did to my wife. And I said, but you cannot say that. He said, me say it already. Them shouldn't ban. Althea, them shouldn't ban. Because this is the reason why I'm suffering now. Because if I get 10 children outside, I get 10 pain joke in a night in a my side a night. And when I turned to my wife and I said, you can't comfort me, I'm in pain. She turned to me and said, go and go look for all of them woman there where you always go out and cheat with me pan. And he said, at their old age, his wife was still unhappy with she stayed with him, but she was still unhappy. J. Brown say, my own mother and father don't like him from we a child. Them tell us not to go near him, and I become a man and I experience what they have been telling us. Yes, but there is still a but, so you have to anticipate that he is still a part of your blood. It doesn't mean that you have to go wrap up with them. It doesn't mean that you have to go to his house or her house either. But you have to leave them to the judgment because if they are, you have two choices in life. You have two choices: either you go good or it's either you go bad, and the choice is yours to do what is wrong from what is right. So it's you choose. And God is there. And this is the reason why when God give us children to take care of for him, who is the God, we are anything that God give us. If God give us a house, if God give us a dog, if God give us farmlands to take care of, he is there making the estimate to see how well we do it. So if we have kids, God is there making the estimate to see how well we train up a child in the way he or she should grow. Because the child that you say you get the woman pregnated and get is not really your child. A God pitney them. So there is the creator above. Yes, so we get them to say a few child. So yes, we say it's our child. But you know how you gonna know that it's not really your child? When you turn your back and one of them that foreign or one of them gone to school and you get a call from the teacher at the school and your heart a go boom 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 because you don't know what happened. So and when you get the call from foreign, whether it's good or bad, you because guess what? God know everything. We don't know anything. So when Shireen is there, J Brown, I have a brother like that. But he is where is right now, thief and sell every asset that our father deadlift. Yes, some of them are like that, but at the end of the day, you try if you have where you have for yourself, and the reason why I get to sell where every asset, there is rules and laws in court. So if you never want him to sell it, him couldn't sell it. I mean, him could have go to jail for, because no care how old you are, when your parents die, if you are even 100, especially the law here said you are obliged for your parents' legacy. So if you even if you're married, so you could have charged him for it. You could have taken him to court. Even if you're married, if your father and your mother die and leave one piece of land, and if that person didn't leave a will, the furniture in the house should stay. If I die now, or my children that die, one of the Colleen couldn't come and claim and everything. Shalom couldn't come and claim everything, and Zane, all the children would have to come and think about how them gonna share everything that we have here, and rule a rule and law a law. So if your brother took everything and sell it, you could have carried him in front of the law. Pat is there. So rule a rule and law a law, and we have to guide by it. Even there is a man that told me that his son is a police officer and he's getting old, and his son go out and come back to his house because they live together. So his son is the one who helped to take care of him. And they wanted to transfer the son to another parish. And he wrote to the road to where you have to write to. And they have to listen to him. He said, my son have to stay in this parish so that he can take care of me. My son is not going nowhere else. So there is ways and means that you can do things. You do not have to make everybody bully you to everything. There's a man also that sent his son to school, and his son came out wealthy, and the son didn't take care of him, and he carried the son to court. So there is the law to back us all in everything. If our parents died and they do not leave a will, there's not supposed to be one child to come and no care how that child believe that he is bullbuck and dopey conqueror. You understand? The judge is going to give you half and half, or going to rule in the favor that it is supposed to be ruled in. If you have a piece of land here in Jamaica and your parents die, leave the land, and them dead left 10 pitney, you can administer, one child cannot administrate on the land, them gonna ask where are the other siblings. So everybody think that them can do what them can do with them own mind. J Brown agree. Well, J Brown did say no. I will not fight no one for no dead left. Not me. Well, some people not going to do it, and some people full speed ahead is going to do it. Cause wrong is wrong. And maybe me wouldn't fight for no dead left either. Or maybe I would put my foot down, you know. He is the older. I get older one, not my mom. Child. When my father died, I was about 8 to 9. We have no control because we were the younger one. Shireen is saying J Brown agree. If you are young and your parents die, where is your aunt? Where is the elder ones can represent you too? Somebody have to stand up, man. If listen, my sister would have come and put her foot ground down for my children. Them nobody couldn't touch anything. Sometimes you have to have some bullbuck and dopey conquerors in your family, Because if me gone and my spouse gone and my children was small and some people trying to come and take things and my children them small, my sister Maya would have come and behave in a way that's from them ear or mouth. Them have to run. Them would have to take with themselves. Oh, I feel like J Brown. Josie's the same way with me, Shireen. Some people won't fight and some people will fight. Once you are fighting for your right, fight. Let me say it again. Once you are fighting for your right, fight. You do not have your right and give it away. And this is the reason why I'm tuning and I'm watching some clips that are taking place outside there, especially when the police, you know about the policing that is going on in most countries now. The police are analyzing the people whether you do anything or not. So you will be watching a clip, and there's the police trying to confiscate somebody by taking them in the jeep, and that person is there fighting and do not want to go. Now everybody in the comment section is saying you have to respect the police and stay calm. Well, listen to me now. Me natural life with Althea. If a policeman or a woman hold me, say I'm at my gate and they said I have to come to the station. If they cannot explain to me why they are taking me to the station, somebody would have to come with me. I would have to ask if somebody, I will stay calm. I am not going to make no police take me up, carry me. To the way the police them a behave now, who knows if I will reach the station? Who knows if they will tell a lie to say I do something? You cannot trust them. So most of these people who are fighting, they are in fear of going with the police to the station, and they do not know better but to fight. They do not know better but to fight. So you have to understand when a cricketer is on the field. This is the reason why I love cricket. That is my favorite sport. And everybody is out there, bowl him. And when you go in there, you can't bowl him either. So everybody see what they want to see. Let me read what J Brown have to say. Althea, when we hear some people say they don't have no family, we can't question them because we don't know what they've been through with them. I am not saying that you should sugarcoat them, but some people want to go too deep with them. But if you know what I know, you leave them to be. Because some of them, sometimes when you see them, you see them one sorry for them. Them look old, them pop down, them face no look good again, then start get broke. Because once you are not doing the thing in the right way, there is punishment. You hear? People say it may not happen the same day. Some people may lucky to find it happen quick to them, while some take a time because they are there struggling. They are there struggling. Some people decide to do wrong things and they do not want to take their hands out of wrong. If you follow good, good are going to follow you. And if you're bad, follow that is going to follow you. You cannot live all of your life thinking about what they do. You have to move on. And it's hard, J Brown, because that's what I thought. I thought I had to live and fret about them and quarrel and walk and complain when people do wrong. Then I realized that the battle is not mine, but it's for God only. And this is the reason why I reach where I reach. And sometimes people would see me on the street and say, I'll tell you about nothing, not trouble you. Yes. Sometimes I have to look into it and say people can't stay so. And this is the reason why I talk so highly about my children. My daughter here sometimes she come and cuddle up on the bed beside of me and she said, Mommy, how people stay so? How people stay so? You know, big up Lassie, lied. The other day I went to check Lassie at the workshop, a man that live here, and I was saying something to him about my daughter, and him say, Althea, sister, and call me sister in my neighborhood. Why your daughter hold her head straight and not talk to nobody in the neighborhood? And if and I told him, I told her, if she want to hold her head straight when she's going about her business and don't call to anybody and don't talk to anybody in the neighborhood, she's free in which to do so. I give her the right to do so. Lassie say, sister, your daughter don't even call to me. Lassie is one of the men who come sometime to do help with the furniture because we make our own furniture here. So Lazzy would come sometime to help with the furniture. So my daughter know him. And if she passing him on the street, she not say morning and she not say evening. So Lazzy say, you know how much time your daughter step past me and don't say morning or don't say evening? Why is she like that? And I told him, I give her the right in which to do so. And when I explained to Lazzy say, yeah man, she not fi call to nobody in here for true if she no want. When I explained to Lazzy the journey that we went through, that me and my daughter got through with some, and we don't know who is doing what and who is saying what. When the people do what they do, we do not know is who. And when I explained to Lazzy, he said, you do the right thing. She not fi call to nobody if she not feel like. So we understand. Don't get me wrong, I move, but sometimes it get to you when you are not thinking about it. Yes. Althea, when we hear some people say they don't know, have no family. You know, I have been on this platform for almost 3 years now. And talk truth. You ever seen a crowd in a my yard? I me live good with people, same way. If I'm here and I do not have anything to eat, like, the rich type of food, me boil two dasheen or piece of pumpkin. And if me not have no meat, me throw a little oil on it. I don't call to nobody. If me feel like, me call to my sister. You understand? I may have one cousin down the road there. Me have my people them when me can call to, but sometimes I rather not to. But at the same time, no matter what, we cannot take it from them and they cannot take it from us. They are called family. When my mom died a few months ago and decisions were made, all the decisions that were made from me, I cannot speak for nobody else, was made from me with clean heart. I wish I alone could have buried my mother where the family money stay in their pockets, because I know times are hard. But me alone couldn't do it. So family came in and they jump around, and if they did not do what they did with good heart, that's their business. If any one of my family members that helped with my mother, if they did not, I don't know, I cannot go in people's art. I cannot go in people's thought. But what I did, and when I do something from people, I do it straight from the art. And I say thanks to everyone who help. I have families who help. I have friends who help in their own ways. I do not have to call anybody name. And if friend help and they didn't do it from their art, they know themselves. And if family helped and they didn't do it from their art, they know themselves. If I'm going to give away the pineapple, it is going to be given straight from the art. And this is the reason why God blessed me in abundance. Cherry out a tree a waste. Me have to beg people to come. The kids them can't eat so much cherry. Yes. That is what we have to do. Yes, J Brown. Love them. Yes. Know that they are your family, but you have to. When they are keeping up their foolishness, keep your distance. But you cannot live and have to worry about them every day, because God have that. God will worry about the good ones and God will worry about the bad one. And that is the reason why the church people are out there and saying that Jesus already did it. But because we do not understand the drill, we fret and we worry about them style. May I go wash your ears, Zanny? That's okay? All right, tell me when you're ready. I want to wash my daughter here myself. That is what we have to do. We have to, it doesn't mean that we have to go to their houses when we find out how they stay, but it doesn't mean that we have to go to their parties, their functions. We can keep our distance, you know, because truth of a fact, them not supposed to stay so. We don't know who taught them that, who taught them to be mean, who taught them to be saying bad things about other families. Sometimes when I hear some things that my own family said about me, me shock, because I know that all me try to do is love family. Yeah, sometimes I hear some things at me own, but what me I go do? What I'm going to do? What should I do? Go unalive them? No. They should stay alive. They should stay alive to get their punishment from God. Because everybody will do what they do, know what they do. If I'm a mother, she know what she do. If I'm a father, him know what he do. If I'm a sister, if I'm a brother, everybody know what they do. And that is what we should all deep in our thoughts and our mind. And give yourself the clap clap. Give yourself the clap clap to know that all them a talk and them a go on and them a do them foolishness. You not do no foolishness. You do not have to. You do not have to. If you live in a house and your wife cheat, and if you decide to stay there, you don't have to cheat back. If you live in a house and your husband cheat and you decide to stay, you do not have to cheat back. Because that doesn't make no sense. So you just have to be, when you go into your bed, clap, clap. Because God will bless you more. When God says you don't have no intention to do like they do, guys, me know some people. Shireen, me know some people. Some woman, them find out say them husband sleep out, them a sleep out too. Me not have no time for. I don't have no time for that. Oh, you go get blessing from God. Two wrong cannot make right, Shireen say, my siblings from my mom's side, other than my child, I call family, not my dad's side. Only a few I will acknowledge. Ah, boy. Shireen, I know exactly what you are saying. It is so hard. It is so devastating to see families scattering. And, if you read the Bible well, you will see that it is not good for the family to scatter all about. It is not even good for your family to go away to a foreign land. Yes, you may be brain drained and you heard of another country that you could work in and gain much more money. But just imagine a garden, nice area. You live down there, so your brother live up here, so your auntie live over there, so your sister live down there, so your sister get pregnant and she a go have baby. You have a car or something. You gonna be the one running to make sure that your sister go to the hospital. Families should be very close to each other that you can call on each other if there is a problem. It's not good for the family to be scattered, and it is in the Bible. Families should grow together, work and share together. You have a bunch of planting. You carry two seed, go give your brother if him not have none, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And this is the reason why sometimes you are brain drained, and you and your brother and your sister leave from your real house where you're born and growing up. And when you go foreign, you build together and you work together and you build up back, and some make one house they so, and you share the land and you live good. I saw if you go and the land big enough and one make them houses and one make them houses and one make one little business, there's a one little shop, and when one broke one another one gas shop go get little of the food. I saw if you go parties there. Sherry, I know exactly what you are saying. It happened to the least of us with family. But that's not the way it should be. That's not the way it should be. Families should be close to each other. I have a cousin down the road here, Yvette. Big up Yvette. Sometimes she's there watching my videos and commenting on my channel. She went to a country to work. And the little house that was there, she tore it down and she rebuilt. And none of her brother nor her sister then had no problem. The house pretty like gold. When you go in there, sometimes I go down there and I do videos because she have a lot of floral arrangement in her yard. And we are happy that she went abroad and come back. She said, Althea, if I did stay out there any longer, maybe I would be no more. because it's hard work. But she remember where she came from, and she go out there and she work. And sometimes I'm feeling very happy to go down to reap mangoes, etc. And sometimes she give me a chicken. She rear chickens. A fair Jimbilin me pick the other day. So we share. Even though I don't eat chicken, but my daughter here eat chicken, so I cook it for her. So we are happy that she go do her thing and come back. It was a journey for her. She make a nice house. You have to come back. It's best if you come back so that your family that you left behind will feel happy to know that you are here. When me see my cousin them come from foreign, I feel glad. I feel happy to see them, and if they come back to live, I am even happier. But do what you have to do first and build up yourself. So you have to, you know, yeah, some of us have to do better and not allowing our family to feel sometimes like I do, or Jay Brown do, or Shireen do, or others do. We have to do better. Once we can help, we help each other. True, yes, I have nothing against them, but I keep the, yeah, if they cannot come in your corner and do the right thing, and you see how them steer, you have to distance yourself away from them. But they are family still. And if it's your mother, you just wait. If she's doing something wrong, she a go get her punishment. You cannot be the one who punish her because you do not know why she thinks in this way, but God knows. So God give her the option to say, do the right thing, and she no want do the right thing. So what go happen? What go happen? She a go get her punishment. And sometimes when she get her punishment, even you same one sorry for her. Yeah. Because sometimes when you walk on the street and you see your sister or your brother, and you say, then how he look so? How she look so? Because she a fight you or him a fight you. So make them stay and get them punishment. You stay and shine. Don't be like them. And if you did have dirty mind, find something clean up that. Dane Brown is there. Thanks for coming, Dane. Pat is true. Yes, I have. So you have to. And I said it's not easy. Relationship is not easy when you have a relationship inside your house. You have a lot of false comforter. You have house enemy. Once them not unalive you, go and work with it. Cause you can't just run from everybody. You jump out a frying pan, you jump in a fire. And this is the reason why even the same Bible say if you're married one time, you're not be married again. But enough people now no time to listen to no Bible. Then get married again and then get hurt, and then get married again and then get hurt. People have to just, all you have to do is save yourself. Save yourself. So if you're married one time, whether your partner live or the partner die, you're not married again. Don't married again. Just go and live out life, because the same thing where it happen already can't happen again, and you don't want to in that same predicament. Save yourself. Save yourself, save yourself. But some people go ahead and married again, and some of them are say the better life, but everywhere. Maka they are joke everywhere. Maka they are jam everywhere. So all when some of them are talk about say better, I lie them I tell something in a you are joke them. Something in a you are jam them. So you hold your corner. You understand? Hold your corner, man. And don't go getting hurt every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. Free yourself. Save yourself. Save yourself from yourself. Don't just go and push your hand in the lions den. Guys, as I was saying, I have a funeral to go. I have my daughter here to wash. I like to wash it myself. So you will see me live again, J Brown. Love and kisses. Go watch the videos. Go watch the short Shireen journey. Everybody, thanks for being here. The journey is not ours, but it's God's alone. As I say, I was there. I want to fight. I want to quarrel. But something in my heart, like a stream running down, that says, Althea, stop. Althea, stop. Stop quarreling about them. Stop hackling up yourself. Your blood pressure go raise up. And then them wicked people are still living and you gone because you fret over them, and that is what they want you to do. Worry up yourself. Why worry when you can pray? In your mind, let me say this before I leave. If you know that you have done something wrong, that is not a big wrong, ask God for forgiveness. If you know you have hurt somebody, go to that person, free your mind, say sorry. Sorry is the word. Let me tell you one little story before I leave. One little story, some hear it already. There was this young lady who was getting married, and the pastor called her around the vestry and said he had something to say to her before the wedding. And she was scared, but she went and she listened to the pastor. The pastor told her that her husband to be just got a young lady in the same lane that they are there marrying and living pregnant. The lady that was going to be married, said the pastor, hugged her, cried with her, and told her that he will be there as their guide. But the people are in the church waiting, so they should just go ahead with the wedding. She cried. The pastor convinced her to go ahead with the wedding. The pastor said her husband to be wanted her to know, and he couldn't allow the wedding to go on without telling her that he made a mistake and he got the young lady in the lane pregnant. On their wedding day, the lady that was getting married was pregnant also. And when she heard the news that her husband to be got another lady that she knew very well, she never see her husband and that lady even talk. So it was news to her to say that her husband to be was along with that young girl and even to get her pregnant. So she was pregnant and the young lady was pregnant. And she went after the wedding, not even reception. She and her sister, she cried and she said, I do. And she signed the paper because the wedding was still in session. She signed the paper and she went ahead with the wedding. And after the wedding, she was so angry. She went to look for the young lady that her husband got pregnant and fight her off because she said she want the young lady to lose the child. So she had fight she and her sister, and in turn, she lost her child. She lost her child on her wedding day. She ended up in the hospital and she stayed in the hospital for a long while. Her husband was there at her bedside, knowing that he was wrong, being in subjection and, there crying about the matter as well. She came out of the hospital. She decided to stay with her husband in the same neighborhood. The young lady was there carrying the child still. And, it wasn't favorable for her to see the belly growing while the young lady passed her gate, but nobody not leaving their yard because of this. So then live. The child was born in question. She said when the child came out, the child looked exactly like her husband. So she don't have to worry about who was the dad anymore, but it still caused a fight between them in the neighborhood. So war always a broke out while the child was growing. She said she was so hungry, she was there. Now she started having children for her husband. She teach the children not to talk to the first child. She tell them come about. They were living in the same area, same way, and the animosity was there. The animosity was there. And she told her husband, Good afternoon, June. Thanks for coming. She told her husband, You're not giving this child a dime. You're not giving this child a socks. You're not giving this child a hat. You're not giving this child a pencil until I please my mind. Because of how this child came into our lives, I am the wife and I make the rules here now. I bear my pain. And she said the child was there in the neighborhood growing up. When she and her husband go out on the road, they never offer the child a ride. If her husband was looking to the child direction, she turned the husband head and she was in her mood still, not giving the child anything. There was a man who took up the young lady and married to her, and they started having children. So the man took care of her husband child as well. They were still living in the same lane. She said she gave her life to God, and even though she gave her life to God, she wasn't complete because she had them up on her mind to say that lady came into my life, have pitney for my husband, try to mash up my life. She said one day she was in church and she felt somebody crying over her shoulder, and this was when everything was coming total. And she didn't know who was crying. And when she looked behind her, it was the same young lady who got pregnant for her husband, and the conflict was going on. And the young lady was behind her crying and saying to her, this is the time that I know exactly how you felt when I came into your life and got a child for your husband, because now my husband went out and get somebody pregnant, and I'm here to say sorry for what I have done to your relationship, because now I know how it feels. She said she turned around and she hugged the lady and she said, apology accepted. And I'm going to ask you a question. Can we give your child what we haven't given to him for all these years? And she said, yes. And she said she called her husband. So you said the same knife was stick goat, stick sheep. That is the moral of the story. This is a real story. That story that I just told is my friend it happened to. Me and them eat together. Sometimes them come and them pick mango. I won't call any name. And she said she called her husband, and her husband was abroad, and she told her husband what transpired. And she said, care something for the child now, because the parents is said sorry, and that was the word she wanted to hear. Sorry is the biggest word in the history of life. And when you do something wrong, if you do not say sorry, dog are gonna yam your supper. You have to go back to that person and say sorry. And that is the time you will be freed. That is the time you would be freed. And she said her husband, listen to what she said transpired in church. And she said, carry something for the child. And her husband turned up in the house because he was abroad with 3 suitcases. And she said in the morning when she and her kids opened the suitcase, nothing wasn't in it for them. The 3 suitcase consists of things for the child that the husband went out and made a mistake, and he was in subjection to his wife because he knew he was there. He wanted to help the child all along, but if my wife no say so, he not go at me, because I nearly caused her life on her wedding day. And that man started to take care of the child, and now they are one happy big family. That is the biggest story ever touch earth. The story touched me. I have to keep talking about it. Everybody become one. Up until now, none of her children do not look like her husband, like that first child. And the animosity is gone because the lady that went into their life said sorry. Sorry is the word. And the truth is the word, because the man told the truth, and he told it on his wedding day. And I said, that is a man. Big up yourself. That is a man. That is not a monster. And some people would want to say otherwise. I'm fresh. He should have mine in pitney still. The wife said, not yet. Because I am not pleased with what you have done to my heart. What I think though, I think he should do over the wedding and give her a good wedding. So I'm going to talk to them and see, renew the vow or something. Make it feel like a perfect wedding day, because they are living as a real happy couple. And if my friend do not mind, I'm going to go visit her one day, and she told me the story, so maybe she would tell you as well. Those people are an inspiration, a great inspiration. So you're gonna be angry, and one day that anger will go away. When my mother died, I cried until my mouth turned crossway. I had a stroke, and somebody noticed, but not much people noticed. I noticed, but I helped myself. Stay away from the sugar, stay away from the salt, you know. and help myself to be back here. So when something happen, when it just happen, you will feel you will feel struck by it, and then no, God will help you. God is not going to give you more than what you can bear. My father married after my mom left to Canada. Stepmother treated us like, oh my word. June Alice said she washed out the June, me not understand, but we will continue. Let me read what like June said again. My father married after my mom left to Canada. Stepmother treated us like, and your father was there and seeing that happen. He's no better than her. So, you have a story that says, show me a company. And some people say it that way because they look into what they look into. So if your father married the stepmother and that was his real match, because no sensible father wouldn't sit down and watch a stepmother deal with. But their day will come still. Their day will come. It will come. And as I say to all my people here who have been listening, it's not easy. So it's okay to be angry. It's okay to cry on your own birthday. It's okay. But when you reach that place where natural life with Althea reach, you will realize that it wasn't you who do the wrong thing, and those people who do the wrong things by you, saying bad things about you, calling your name in some crowd. Sometimes the people talking about me, I don't even have a clue. I'm going about my business. You understand? Cause God has bless me. Sometimes I said, just like the songwriter say, Father, you love me too much. You know, but it's okay. It's okay for you to get the love that you getting, the care that you are getting. If you have flowering plants on your veranda, do not say that one you look better, so you water one and left one. The one will not look so nice. Water both of them because them know. Even the plants knows how you treat them. Natural life with Althea is going to get ready. She wash out, yeah. Natural life with Althea is going to get ready to take a shower and go to the funeral, and you will see me again soon. Thank you so much for making it natural life with Althea. Told the story. When the voice was going on, I shouted for Tess and Chin. I speak the word. I said I would like to meet her, and she came right in this house. If you are giving somebody something, give it wholeheartedly. Don't give and draw back. If you're loving somebody, love them with all your heart. Love and hate could never be friend. It's either you're gonna continue do the wrong thing and end up in a hellfire, or you're just gonna do the right thing and do the right thing alone. Do the right thing and do the right thing alone. The Bible says no man wasn't born perfect, but try and be. The Bible said no man wasn't it is here in the Bible. I have read it myself. No man wasn't born perfect. Try and be. If you live in a household, don't leave one somebody alone to do everything. Bye everyone, said Shireen. All right, June is there. Wally say, thanks, nice meeting you today. Talk is so encouraging. Wally say was there. Thank you for coming, man. When life okay, when life give you when life give you lemon TV, when life give you lemon TV, guys, you will see me. Next time you will see my face is because I didn't comb my ear why I didn't turn the camera. But you will see me, and you will see me very, very soon. Shireen, big up yourself. J Brown, one love. Everybody, 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 everybody. As I say 10,000 times, it's not easy when somebody hurt you. You will get angry, but if you are different, you will realize that that too will pass. That too will pass when life gives you lemon. Shireen going on the road now. That too will pass. You just get the news and something bad happened to somebody in your family and you feel like you're going to pass out and you didn't pass out. It's a reason why you are still alive. It's a reason why you are still there. Your brother rob you, your sister rob you. They never be kind to you. Mother no be kind to you. You be kind. Give away something. Share something with somebody today. If it's even one fruit, it's the truth. If it's even one fruit, somebody say, I'll have to give away his fruit and pineapple and planting. Ah, that me have. Is that me have? Oh, ah, that me have. So everything is a problem to people. If you give away fruit, it's a problem. If you give away even the truth, it's a problem. Natural life with Althea is outside. See you